5 tips for a starting producer. Let's go. Tip number 1. Be always prepared for the most uncomfortable thing in the world. Being a producer is extremely uncomfortable. I'm challenged to be around difficult situations, difficult people, extreme environments, hostile situations. You just have to step over your fear, your insecurities, your inability to act. There's no room for second guessing, confusion. No matter what happens, you just have to slow and steady. A lot of young producers, like they think that there's a textbook or some kind of set of rules, or nothing ever goes the way it was planned. You just have to be really resourceful, never freak out, and just find a solution in the situation that happens and just make it work. When things get nasty, when things get dangerous or crazy, just act upon it. A lot of times we get arrested while filming. It's normal. I've been arrested more than 50 times, for sure. Never a problem. Just deal with it, keep moving. Be very flexible and willing to learn. I don't think that you'll ever stop learning. I'm constantly upgrading my skills. I'm constantly reviewing what I'm good at. I'm constantly adapting to the industry's new rules and changes and standards and whatever. In my lifetime, I saw people shooting on film. I saw people, moving to different formats of cameras and then using 4K, and then, we had sound engineers. Then it was all self-shooting producer, director, whatever, I was constantly learning new skills. Make sure that you're always at the top of your game and you're willing to learn new things. I've actually got that advice from someone who was much senior than me, and he taught me that when I was really young and really fresh. I remember making a decision of cancelling the shoot because it was dangerous for the contributors to be on the top of a roof because it was raining. And once we left the location and I cancelled the shoot, within 1 hour, the sky was clear, everything was perfect. I was like, and I was so sad and upset about it. And then my director said, stick by the decision that you made. If at that time that was the very best and the very most important decision, you have to stick to it. But as a producer, you make a lot of executive decisions, very difficult and very important decisions that are going to change the course of the whole project. So you just have to stand by your decisions and make sure that no matter what you're doing, you know exactly where you're making this decision or that decision, and just stick to it. Be really direct, be really clear. Never doubt yourself, never second guess. So the last tip would be learn your languages. Seriously, that helped me so much. It was the number one most important thing in my life, the fact that I could speak 5 languages. It really is. It opened so many doors for me. I became completely replaceable. And most of my jobs at the beginning were due to the fact that I could speak so many languages, and I was so very easy with people, Learning new languages is not only about the way you communicate, it's also about the way you understand another culture and another people's approach and concepts and their minds and all of that. In order to be a documentary producer, in order to be a social media manager, you need to understand people. There's many different types of people, and their background may be very different and very different from yours. Their views on things could be very different from yours. You just have to accept it. You just need to be very open in order to be able to engage with absolutely different subcultures and cultures and people of different groups. I could be very comfortable with anyone ranging from a football hooligan to, billionaire mogul, and I'm fine with it. I never judge people. I never expect them to fit my idea of what a good or a bad person is. And that really helped me, because in order to build that access, in order to build that connection to another person, you have to be very open-minded. Don't cast opinions. Don't have an opinion. Be an open book. Give that person the chance to open up in front of you and tell their story as it is.